Awaits the 3-1 and hits it hard to left. That baby is not coming back.
Ronald Acuna Jr. Sometimes words just aren't enough with this guy. But, we'll try anyway. How about unanimous MVP? It's a feat seen just 19 times in baseball history before the 2023 season when Acuna and Shohei Ohtani were both unanimous MVPs in their respective leagues. What you may not know is that on top of the rare unanimous MVP honor, Acuna did something in 2023 that had never been done before in baseball history. Not even Mike Trout has done it, serving as further proof that Acuna has overtaken Trout as the gold standard for outfielders in baseball. Could be even better. That's right. The career year that earned Acuna unanimous MVP honors may not even end up being his best season. And we have several reasons to believe that Acuna's best seasons are still ahead of him. And that should have every other team in baseball, including Ohtani and the Dodgers, shaken in their cleats. First, let's look back at what made 2023 such a special season for Acuna. For starters, he batted .337, which ranked second in the big leagues. He had 41 home runs, which ranked 5th in the majors. Acuna was also first in on-base percentage, 4th in slugging, and 3rd in OPS. He led the majors in hits, runs scored, and total bases. His 106 RBIs were among the top 10 in baseball. Oh, and he also led the majors in stolen bases with 73. Did you get all that? Suffice to say, he was at or near the top in every major statistical category there is. Surely, you have no trouble understanding why he was the National League's unanimous MVP, not to mention a Silver Slugger and Hank Aaron Award winner too. And with all those numbers we just threw out, you may have also noticed that Acuna surpassed both 40 home runs and 40 stolen bases, becoming just the 5th member of the 40-40 club in baseball history, joining Jose Canseco, Barry Bonds, Alex Rodriguez, and Alfonso Soriano. Keep in mind, by the way, that some of those guys were linked to PEDs during their careers, or at least played during the steroid era. Is Acuna the first player to join the 40-40 club without banned substances pumping through his veins? Maybe, I don't know, maybe not. But let's go back and take another look at Acuna's record-setting accomplishment from 2023. He actually became the first member of the 40-70 club. Yeah, he had 40-plus homers and 70-plus stolen bases, which nobody in well over 100 years of baseball history has ever accomplished.
Ronald, congratulations.
Thank you.
Nobody in the old days, nobody in the steroid era, not even 3-time MVP winners like A-Rod, Albert Pujols, not even Mike Trout. Nobody ever.
And a hit. Alcantara back. Now he finds himself.
And as we mentioned, 4 other players have had 40 homers and 40 stolen bases in the same year, but none of those players ever came close to 70 stolen bases. Canseco had exactly 40 stolen bases during his 40-40 season and never reached 30 in any other year. Bonds likewise had exactly 40 stolen bases and then soon a sharp drop-off in his stolen base totals while his home run numbers reached suspiciously epic proportions. Soriano, to his credit, had 41 stolen bases during his 40-40 season, but he never had more than 43 stolen bases in any season. And as for A-Rod, well, he reached 46 stolen bases to go along with 42 home runs in 1998 when he was in Seattle, and probably pre-steroids, but that was by far the highest stolen base total of his entire career. And if we reverse things a little bit, of the players who have stolen at least 70 bases in a season, only Ricky Henderson and Eric Davis even eclipsed 25 home runs, although neither reached 30 homers while swiping 70-plus bags.
Ricky Henderson, she's running, let's take it, Harry Stroh.
Acuna was actually the inaugural member of the 40-50, 40-60, and 40-70 clubs during the 2023 season. He was even the first 30-60 club member. With baseball teams always valuing players who have a combination of power and speed, Acuna's 2023 campaign was the best we have ever seen. In the conversation about power and speed, he absolutely puts everyone else to shame. Everyone. So, after such a historic season, how can he possibly top being a unanimous MVP and the first member of the 40-70 club? Well, buckle up because we're about to explain how it's not only possible, but likely. First, there's Acuna's age. He was just 25 through the entire 2023 season. Now, conventional wisdom states that baseball players hit their prime somewhere between 26 and 30. That means there is every chance that Acuna still isn't even at the peak of his abilities. There's also Acuna's health to factor into the equation too. He suffered an ACL injury midway through the 2021 season and wasn't really a part of the Braves winning the World Series that year. And the lingering effects of those injuries caused him to get a late start in 2022 and clearly held him back. The 2023 season was Acuna's first year at full health since the injury. The more distance Acuna gets from that injury, the closer he'll get to realizing his full potential. In other words, a healthy Acuna in 2024 could be even better than the version we saw in 2023. Further, believe it or not, Acuna was a victim of some bad luck in 2023. It's hard to believe that a guy can lead the league in hits, finish second in batting average and third in OPS, and be victim of bad luck, but it's true. Listen to this. On 31 occasions last year, Acuna made an out on a ball in play despite an exit velocity of 95 miles an hour or higher. Anytime a hitter gets the barrel of the bat on a ball enough to hit it 95 miles an hour or better, you kind of expect a hit, right? But 31 times, Acuna either hit it right at someone or was robbed by a great defensive play. And as a result, his expected batting average was .357, a full 20 points higher than his actual batting average. And for context, 31 is by far the highest number of outs recorded on batted balls of 95 miles an hour or higher in the StatCast era, which dates back to 2015. So that's just one more example of Acuna finding uncharted territory in 2023. With a little more luck, Acuna could have won the batting title, beating out Luis Arraez, who hit .354 last year. So to recap, Acuna's age suggests his best days are still ahead. He's had even more time to recover and get back to top form after a major injury, and advanced stats suggest he underperformed based on how often he made hard contact. All of that suggests that Acuna could put up even better numbers in 2024. But that doesn't just mean he'll be an improved hitter. Acuna still has a chance to grow in other areas as well. If you thought his 73 stolen bases in 2023 were impressive, well, look out. Despite leading the majors in stolen bases, he was thrown out 12 times while attempting to steal second and picked off on the bases 7 times. As a result, his success rate as a base stealer was just 84%, which lagged behind some of the other elite base stealers in the big leagues. And obviously, getting picked off or thrown out while stealing isn't ideal, but thanks to his speed and aggressiveness, Acuna was able to make up for it and lead the league in stolen bases. But what if he took those flaws on the base path as a learning experience? Keep in mind that Acuna is still just 26 years old. Also, the 2023 season was his first full season since 2019. With more reps, more experience, and more maturity, there is room for growth as a base stealer. We know that he has the instincts of an elite base stealer. That's evidenced by the fact that he went 14 for 14 when stealing third base, not including the 2 times he was picked off at second base. And if Acuna can be just a little smarter and avoid getting picked off, he'll have a chance to be an even better base stealer in 2024. And that'll give him a chance to meet or exceed last year's 73 stolen bases. Likewise, defense is another area where Acuna has room for improvement. Now granted, the whole league knows that Acuna's right arm is one of the best in baseball. He routinely throws out runners who are dumb enough to challenge him. Yet his range and reaction times lag behind and are somewhat disappointing for a player of his natural abilities. However, these are both areas where Acuna can improve. Remember, his first step and speed in the outfield were both negatively impacted by his torn ACL in 2021. But by the midway point of the 2024 season, Acuna will be 3 years removed from that injury. That should be enough time for him to get back some of that speed and quickness he lost with the injury and come into his own as an outfielder. If Acuna can start to cover more ground in the outfield and make routine plays look easy, with his arm already a weapon, he'll become a legitimate Gold Glove contender. Can you imagine a unanimous MVP who also takes home a Gold Glove? Only 4 other players in baseball history have done it, making it just as exclusive as the 40-40 club Acuna just joined. And there's no reason to think Acuna isn't capable of joining that list as well. So what's stopping Acuna from taking things to another level? Almost nothing. In 2023, he joined the exclusive unanimous MVP club, the even more exclusive 40-40 club, and became the first 40-70 player in baseball history. Yet, he had a record-setting number of hard-hit balls go for outs, made youthful mistakes on the base paths, and wasn't fully recovered from his ACL tear in 2021. He was also only 25 years old at the time and may not have even reached his prime yet. It honestly doesn't even seem possible for all those things to be true at the same time, but they are. As amazing as Acuna was in 2023, he could be even better in 2024. And that's the scary truth about Ronald Acuna Jr. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you thought down in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.